Professional. Later, dudes. Let her rip. Hang pen.
And welcome back to another Stream This, where we stream Christmas shows to let you know if you should stream this. And we've just watched a ton of Christmas shows throughout our entire life.
Okay, it's like been a thing. I swear it happens every year.
Every year, and they keep coming out with more.
Yeah, I know.
It never ends.
It's like I can't get sick of Santa.
So today on Stream This, we're going to do a special holiday episode where we're going to be going over our favorite Christmas movies that you should stream.
Yes.
I'm JP Lambiase.
I am Becket. I'm at that Becket on Instagram and YouTube.
And we're going to just go back and forth. We're going to start with you and no particular order. I think that's kind of going to be kind of hard.
Yeah, that's
We'll
good.
just give how much stream emphasis we have on this holiday film.
Yeah, and I'm sure that a lot of you have already seen these. So
Absolutely. And then you can actually chime in and say, wow, are we completely off with that being a classic, or is it one of your favorites as well?
yeah. Okay, so first on my list is 1983's A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Ralphie.
Yep, I have
Yeah.
that on there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I thought other people would. I thought other people would have that on the list.
Did you watch the new one?
I haven't watched the new one. I'm actually excited about that. I don't think any of the grown-ups, because I think they're all dead, have returned. But it's so...
I watched it.
Was it good?
I watched half of it, and yes, it was good. But the only reason...
Scott Farkus is in it, right?
Unfortunately, the reason that the new Christmas Story is good so far of what I've watched is because they didn't change the formula, which I don't think you need to change.
So it's still got the... I'm blah blah blah. The
cool it's still
the Wonder Years stole.
The funny thing is Ralphie is the same age now, and it's the same voice he's narrating.
That is weird.
So the actor's narrating himself now.
That's funny.
It's not only is it funny, but it's not jarring.
Dexter does that.
It makes sense.
Yeah, Dexter does that. Yeah,
it makes complete sense. Also, they stuck with the formula. Like, I'm sitting there watching this going like, yeah.
All right, favorite scene
of
the original.
Oh, so many. I'd have to say probably when Santa literally fist just
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
puts his foot on Ralphie's face.
Ho,
ho, ho. And he's like, no.
The elves are so mean.
Yeah, the whole thing was so absurd.
Oh, okay. I don't know what my favorite scene is. It might be when Ralphie's sitting on the toilet with his little orphan Annie decoder and says, "Son of a bitch." Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. And then doesn't he get in trouble for that?
He doesn't get in trouble for
the F-bomb. He's...
Oh.
Fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge. I said the word. The big one. The queen mother of dirty words.
And then he has to put the soap in his mouth.
And that soap is huge.
Yeah, it was a huge bar.
Yeah, it was like, I thought Ralphie's kind of talented. Yeah.
And then the lamp. I like the lamp.
This is a lamp.
It was indeed a
Isn't
lamp.
that great?
The lamps. It is a what does he call it? A major award.
Yeah.
Yes. So that movie, it's on both of our lists. Obviously, if you haven't seen that, you're probably 16.
Yeah,
16 or younger.
Yeah, you're probably gonna see the new one. But I think the original,
you have to watch it.
You got to watch the original. And then
Right.
the other scene that I love, I remember this as a kid, I loved it, was when when the parents are dressing them to go to school, and Ralphie can't.
What is it?
I can't put my arms down.
Oh, Mama's Little Piggy too.
Yeah.
Mama's Little Piggy.
Oh, Mama's Little Piggy.
Oh my God. Oh, and the tongue.
Yeah, and
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that traumatized me, to be honest. So that's not like my favorite
Have you
scene,
seen
but it's
somebody
my
do
most.
that? It happens.
It's my most memorable scene.
Oh, that and when he beats up Scott Farkas. Is
Something had happened. A fuse blew, and I had gone out of my skull.
great.
Oh, I love when he beats him up. When he's like
Yeah.
on top of him, and he just.
So many good scenes. They don't make movies like that.
No,
I mean, I don't want to be
it's
one of
very
those guys,
edgy.
but they don't
They
make movies
don't
like that anymore.
because Hollywood shifts, and Hollywood can't take risks. So
Also,
it's-
I don't know. I don't know if we want to cut this out or not. Very racist ending. Fa ra 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 ra.
oh yeah.
Oh my
when they go to
God.
the Chinese place,
Dude,
Ah.
it's like he's smiling at me. Oh, the dad is hilarious. The dad is so
I
funny.
was never even bothered by the end of it either. That's weird. Like,
Those guys were good singers.
I just thought the whole scene was funny.
It was. It
Like,
was
it's just funny.
And he just chops the duck's head off.
It's so funny.
Oh my God.
The whole the end of it is great.
Oh, IMDb. Ooh, I have to change it. I have to say 7.8.
If I'm gonna be optimistic, because Beckett's more realistic, I would say 8.2.
I hope it's 8.2. I hope I'm wrong.
7.9.
7. Okay. All right. That's still. I still.
That's
think
really
it deserves,
good.
I think that movie deserves an
That's
8,
really
8.5.
that's really good
You'll
for
shoot
like
your
an
eye out.
IMDb. Yeah.
It actually is.
I know this sounds crazy because this you wouldn't even think this is a Christmas movie, but Gremlins.
Okay, Gremlins. It absolutely is a Christmas
Well,
movie.
it's absolutely a Christmas movie, but the name is Gremlins.
You know, if I probably would, I could have seen that on my list, but I didn't put it on my list.
I actually watched it in the holidays growing up as a little kid, and I liked that was the first time I liked getting frightened. So if you guys haven't seen it, Steven Spielberg, I believe, directed it.
Yeah, it's a Spielberg.
And it really works on what do you call it? Is it animatronics, or would
Yeah.
you say stop motion a little bit?
Puppets.
Yeah, puppets.
Puppets in animatronics.
Cute. It's iconic. Gizmo. If you don't know what Gizmo
God,
is,
I wanted a Gizmo.
everything about it's iconic. And it's actually horrific. There's horror in it.
It's truly it's a good family horror.
Such a good family horror. It's amazing. And I have a huge crush on
Phoebe Cates.
Phoebe Cates.
Phoebe Cates is, thank God for her. She's amazing.
And then you got
She still
like
looks amazing.
a Miyagi, you know what I mean? A Miyagi character in it.
a wise
Yeah, like,
sage like
you're-
guy from Chinatown.
You're not ready.
And I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But so where was I? There's a story there. There's
Such
a story. In Phoebe Cates when she said her dad fell down the chimney. Why she doesn't like Christmas? Mm-hmm. Her dad fell down the chimney and died in the chimney.
He'd been climbing down the chimney on Christmas Eve, his arms loaded with presents. He was gonna surprise us. He slipped and broke his neck. Died instantly.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dark.
It's dark, and it's also
Bye, Billy.
things aren't there just to be there. You know what I mean? Like there's a purpose. Like there's a purpose with every word of dialogue said.
Yeah, Gremlins, for as animated and it looks like it's for kids, it was actually a well-crafted story, and it created a weird lore. Like where did this come from?
So, if you haven't seen Gremlins, the premise is you got a little creature that you buy, and there's 3 rules you got to follow.
Number 1, keep him out of the sunlight. Number 2, keep him away from water. And probably the most important thing, don't ever feed him after midnight.
Also, Corey Feldman was in this one. Yeah.
Oh, he was in
Yeah,
this.
it was the first time I ever saw him in a feature
Yeah,
film.
he
I
was like
believe.
some random neighbor dude,
Yeah,
right? That
yeah,
couldn't
he-
throw the
it's like-
newspaper
so,
right.
yeah, Billy was friends with this little kid because Billy was a man-child and had to be friends with like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, that is true. And Billy did kind of remind me of like young Tom Hanks from like Big.
For
Gave me
sure,
those
sure.
vibes.
He,
All right,
he should have went on and did better. He was a good actor.
Yeah, it was great.
I hate
he was
when that
very
happens.
likable too.
Very.
He was he
Yeah.
was the protagonist. He was the hero.
Yeah, and Judge Reinhold's in this one too, which is cool because Judge Reinhold was in with Phoebe Cates in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So they came back, but Judge Reinhold is a jerk. He's like one of the villains. And that crazy
How
old
do
lady.
I not remember yeah, the one with the chair?
He works at the bank too.
Yeah.
And he's doing well in the bank, and Billy sucks. He's just like a crappy teller.
Before we move on to the next show, what were your thoughts of Gremlins 2, The New Batch?
I thought it was fantastic.
I liked it too.
I liked the spider
guilty
gremlin.
pleasure. I loved it.
Oh yeah, it was good. I liked the smart one.
Oh
was
yeah.
that civilized?
Yes.
No, clearly not. Fun, but in no sense civilized.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like having a little interview and stuff.
It was bizarre.
It was probably
entertaining.
for people like us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did it get a lot of grief?
I don't think so, but it definitely wasn't.
Oh, let's IMDb this one.
Yeah. IMDb Gremlins.
Man, I'm gonna go with 7.3 again.
7.3? Okay.
Yeah.
7.6.
I think I always say 7.3.
Is that everything on IMDb 7.3?
I think that's the key.
Oh my gosh, you nailed it. 7.3. It's 7.3. All right, when in doubt, just 7.3.
7.3.
Maybe we should stop this IMDb thing. It's getting a little bit too predictable.
right.
Maybe not for me, but
Okay, and you may not know this one, JP.
Oh no. So you'll have to educate me.
All right. 1977's Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
When you meet somebody that don't like soul food, they still got a soul.
Never heard of it.
Okay, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas it's a Jim Henson venture.
Ooh, I already like it.
You've got these little creatures, otters and whatnot, and there's going to be a competition. And I forget there's a prize to win this music competition. And if you win, you like get money or something. And Emmett Otter wants to win this because his mom, his old decrepit mom, old Otter, she like needs the money.
Mm-hmm.
And there's villains in it. This band that's like a heavy metal band.
The rock group known as The Nightmare.
River bottom. When you see us coming, you better start running. We're always starting trouble.
They have a snake, and they have like rats and things like that, and they're just they're the bad guys in it. But it's done beautifully. I think that maybe they wanted to purchase something for Christmas for his mom, like a new blanket or something. It's something really simple like that.
And this is something that you saw as a kid?
I saw it in the 80s. I was actually surprised it came out in 1977.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I did look up the years. I didn't look up the IMDb on these. I couldn't. I mean, you wouldn't be able to guess it anyway. I'm going to guess 7.3.
There's no way.
Emmett Otter's Jug Band. So we don't have to look up the IMDb on this one. And it might be a hidden gem, but I'm telling you, it's funny, heartwarming. If you like Jim Henson, and this is good quality
In
puppetry.
77 too.
Dude, it's good. And I think Kermit the Frog is a part of it somehow.
Oh, it's almost like Stan Lee with the Marvels,
Yep.
like.
Hi ho, this is Kermit the Frog, and I'd like to tell you about this Christmas special that we did. It's called Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Jim Henson just kind of has to sneak his star player out there.
But it's beautifully done. The scenery is amazing. The
Very
cool.
cool.
Set building is crazy.
Okay, this movie, it's newer. Not that new.
Okay.
But when I saw it, I'm like, you know what? I really love this movie, and it really gives me the spirit of Christmas, and that is Elf.
Elf is on my list.
With Will Ferrell.
Elf is fantastic.
It's a fantastic.
I did not see Elf for a while till my mom finally convinced me to see it. Will Ferrell, dude, he's a genius.
Amazing.
It's so good. I mean,
it's almost his best roles in any movie, in my opinion.
It's
like one of his best roles.
And Bob Newhart as Papa Elf.
Oh, yeah.
God, so funny.
Yeah.
So funny. Everything's great.
And the dad, it's such a story arc movie.
It's ridiculous that they made that good a movie in 2005-ish. I think I wrote it down.
Elf is 2002?
2003.
3. Okay, so yeah, it's an old movie.
It's old, but the thing is, it doesn't seem it.
No, not at all.
It's still got that
very contemporary
I
vibe.
also thought that Mary Steenburgen was still kind of cute.
Like sugar, huh?
Is there sugar and syrup?
Yes.
Then
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I wonder if Doc's still. Okay, so
another fish out of the water, out of water story though. You got a human. It's almost like the Jungle Book. You get, instead of a human being raised in a jungle, a human being raised in the North Pole.
Right.
And then he comes to the real world, and his legitimate father is
Dad! We should call security.
Good idea. I like to whisper too.
again the corporate, and I feel like there's that that works. That formula works. You got corporates like same with Annie. Same with
It's like the toy also.
What's the classic one?
A Christmas Carol?
Yeah, it's like A Christmas Carol. We got.
Oh, because he's corporate. Because well, I mean, he's corporate for that time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like everyone that's kind of the stingy, I'm money, materialistic.
Right, because that is
the opposite.
I mean, in real life, it has everything to do with Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But in the heart of Christmas, has nothing to. It's greed is bad.
Yes, exactly.
Be grateful.
And they
not
all
greedy.
learn these lessons.
Right. And they have a transformation. I think the big thing in a lot of these Christmas movies, not all of them, is there's actually there's literal ones in Gremlins.
Yep.
We could just keep going with the symbolism. Is it the transformation story, which is really important to me?
My actual favorite Christmas movie, because we've been going over Christmas movies in whatever order, and I love Christmas Vacation. I've watched it a million times, and I love Gremlins. I watched it a million times. But for a true Christmas movie that I have watched 2 million times is The Santa Claus with an E. And
I've never seen it. And that's with Tim Allen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me.
We need to watch it now.
Tell me the basic premise, because this guy turns into Santa. I know
Okay,
that much. Right?
basic premise. You got Scott Calvin, same initials.
You remember his name?
Oh, same initials as Santa Claus. He's just he works a corporate job, divorced, has a son that he's got to like see every through custody. Son's kind of like your boring dad. I like mom and stepdad because mom's got a stepdad. So already I love the premise. You have a broken family and a kid that's going through a coming of age. His dad, the Santa Claus falls off the roof.
Yeah.
His dad goes to check on the guy.
Does he kill Santa?
You killed him.
Did not.
He doesn't kill Santa, but Santa fell off the roof, and he gets a little business card that says if you wear the coat, the jacket, you're gonna be Santa. And I don't want to spoil any more, okay? Because
so the magic's in the gear.
The gear.
Okay.
And I don't want to spoil any more because oh my goodness, Becket, you will love this.
We can watch it.
And then the second one is almost even better. Because I didn't think you could even make it better, but the second one builds off of the first one in the best way possible. I almost look at it as like T2 and Terminator, being like the perfect like two movies.
Is Edward Furlong in it?
No, he's not there to ruin it. No offense to Edward Furlong.
Oh my God!
But he was the whiniest part of T2.
Oh, come on!
Easy money. I love that scene when he grabs the money. Easy money. But yeah, with the Santa Claus and the Santa Claus 2, they are having a third. They do have a third one, which obviously is trash, and they're rebooting it 30 years later with a fourth one. All characters played the same. It's a magical movie. It's a funny movie. I love Tim Allen. I love this movie so much. What would IMDb? I mean, I have to be partial.
I bet you that's a pretty high one. I know a lot of people like it.
Can't be.
Are you serious?
Well, no, a lot of people like it.
So
yeah. 8.3.
Wow. Well, I can't give it a good rating because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you can't.
But I would guess 7.3 if I could.
I would give it like an IMDb. Like I would be happy if I saw like 8.9.
I saw the Shaggy DA. That had Tim Allen in it.
All right, here we go. Santa Claus.
Is it 7.3?
Oh no,
It's not 6.8 or something, is it?
Oh, it's worse. It's
what is it?
6.5.
Aw.
Oh,
I'm sorry, JP.
You son of a bitch.
See, I have Crapdar. I just don't watch it.
Oh, oh God. Oh. Anyway,
sometimes things mean something. This list isn't about
it's
score.
So good. Yes.
It's about the score in here. Daniel's son.
Yeah.
1989's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
I think you literally just came out of the gate with probably my number one.
That was your number one? Okay. We haven't looked at each other's lists.
No.
So we have no idea. So why don't we just talk about that?
Yeah.
Right.
Give us a little Reader's Digest. I want to hear from your point of view.
All right. So we've got Clark Griswold, which I was at the time was very, I was already very familiar with him and his family. What I always find funny is that the kids change.
Yes.
It's always different. Audrey and Rusty.
Yeah. And that begs the funny question: are these kids actors too expensive to keep on? Like,
well, you want to keep them. They want to keep them younger, right?
I don't know, because like in the very first one, which I believe was just Vacation, you had different kids.
Right.
Euro Trip, different kids. Christmas, different kids.
And he got younger. Rusty got way younger.
Vegas, different kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Vegas.
No. Well, I like Vegas.
Vegas?
I like
Really?
Vegas, yeah.
All right. I like the daughter in Vegas.
So Christmas Vacation is hard, in my opinion, to describe in like briefly.
Well, it centers around Clark trying to get his family a swimming pool.
Yeah, I like that.
And he's going to use his Christmas bonus to get the swimming pool. Is he going to get the Christmas bonus or not? And that's, I guess, can we spoil it at this point?
And then we can just say the comedy comes from the two families interacting with each other at the house together.
Yeah, and
the neighbors
and Randy,
and of course Randy.
Yeah.
So you got you basically just have a whole group of characters that have their quirks and their not tropes.
Right. It was also the first time I ever remember seeing Juliette Lewis.
Really?
Yeah,
Elaine Bennis?
I think right after that, Juliette Lewis, and then right after that, she was in Natural Born Killers. It's like, that's the
I didn't
girl.
know. Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
No, Juliette Lewis.
Oh, okay.
The daughter. It's funny. That's so close.
Yeah.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus. No, that's not the first time I saw her.
You're
The
talking
first time
about
I saw her was
Audrey.
Audrey.
And
yeah.
she was in National Born Killers.
Yes.
Yeah, because she's like super young in this.
And then she was...
she's in a lot of stuff,
Yeah,
isn't
she is in a lot of stuff. I could just go on and on. But anyway, I digress. It's a fantastic movie. There's a heartwarming scene in the attic.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, when he gets trapped up there?
Yeah. I love that scene.
It's a great scene.
It has the music and everything. Actually, I'm not going to spoil my list now, but I think every single one of them has at least one heartwarming scene.
It has to. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Is that a prerequisite?
I think that if it's a good Christmas movie, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, since we had the same number one, why don't you go to your number two?
Okay. Do you want to guess the IMDb on Christmas Vacation?
Sure. I'm gonna guess 7.3.
Okay. That's low.
I know, but
I'm gonna go with 7.9.
7.9.
7.9.
It is kind of a classic.
And people are jerks with stuff like that.
That's why I try to meta think how people might do it. Like, I always give Rick and Morty an extra point.
Okay, so we kind of like fell right in the middle there. 7.5.
Okay. What did you say?
7.9,
Okay.
7.3. You still won.
Yeah. Well,
you're
not by a lot.
You're closer, but yeah, 7.5. It deserves that.
I think it deserves a little more. I think it actually deserves an 8.1.
We should actually maybe even talk about our favorite scene real quick. That way we don't talk too much about it. But
my favorite scene in Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
Well, you go first.
I like the rant.
Lying, no good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless.
Yeah, okay. What does he say? My frog's fat ass.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
Blood-sucking.
Oh my God, so
Yeah,
funny. And then
and he grabs the
Cousin
eggnog.
Randy, yeah, and then Cousin Randy hears what Clark says, takes him serious, grabs the boss, who is Brian Doyle Murray, Bill Murray's brother.
Oh, okay, awesome.
He's also in the first National Lampoon's Vacation. He owns the tents.
Oh,
We're gonna send out a mailer.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And when Clark grabs the eggnog, that's just eggnog though, right? It's not
good. It's good.
It's not like, yeah.
In that household, all those old people love to drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did not like any of the in-laws.
They weren't likable. No, they weren't
humans.
No, horrible humans. But they definitely added to everything.
They added to the stress of it all.
I think a big part of me with Christmas Vacation, I was so young, so as I watch it every year, I got more references.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I think I was in high school, but like early high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few that I didn't get was,
The sled scene's funny too.
The sled scene's funny.
Oh my
but
god! Now
when he lubes it all up, I was saying
Oh
the
my
scene
God.
when he's at picking out jewelry or something in a mall. He's like, it's a tippet nibbly out, and I'm a kid not getting any of this.
Oh, she didn't. I don't know. They live in a suburb of Chicago, right? There's no woman that looks like that. That sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's like she just looks so supermodel.
She was supermodel.
It was supermodel.
Supermodel.
Oh, that's an attractive. It was
Yeah.
like super. It was
like a
how Christy
10,
Brinkley
yeah.
was in the first one.
Yeah.
It's like Clark finds these women somehow. He has model dar. I'm gonna shoot through these two.
Yeah.
1946's "It's a Wonderful Life," starring Jimmy Stewart, and we've got Clarence, who's trying to get his wings. He's the angel. Fantastic movie. That's an older one. That's the oldest one on my list.
Okay. I literally put down Iron Man 3. Not because of any other reason. That's just the fun fact that's actually a Christmas movie.
1951's A Christmas Carol starring Alistair Sim. That's an older Christmas Carol. It's the one that lines up as closely as possible, more than any movie I've seen, with the original book written in the 1800s.
Okay.
Fantastic movie. Alistair Sim. You got to watch that one.
Home Alone.
It wasn't even on my list.
Yep, that made the list.
Yep.
I'm sure if you haven't seen it, that's bizarre.
And how
watch
many times
it.
do we just reference that anyway on this channel?
Yeah, and just watch the first one.
Yeah. You dirty.
Just the first. The second one's just the same thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. So my last two childhood classics: Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman.
I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman.
And that's what I got. If you watched all these, what else do you have?
Grinch. But the cartoon version.
Yes.
For some reason, the cartoon version, I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
But I just watch the cartoon version too much, and I like it.
Yeah. I think if you watched all these movies that we mentioned, you'd have a hell of a Christmas. Mm-hmm. Maybe Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
Dude, I could keep
How did we not throw that one in there?
And then before it gets New Year, Baby New Year. Remember that one? It's like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but they have the little Baby New Year.
No, I don't think I've seen that
Put
one.
one foot in front of the other.
I don't think so.
It's the same. It's like the same.
Same claymation.
It's got Rudolph
paper.
in it, even.
Anyway, so that's our list, guys. What do you think? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, we'll see you on the next
Stream This.
Stream Now Christmas.